Barakatay Hawa, Barakatay Hawa Shai. This lesson is going to be a response video to this guy that calls himself the Tribe of Judah Teach. The lunar Sabbath is wrong when is the Sabbath day because he did a video on the lunar Sabbath. And pretty much in the video, he was saying, I didn't watch the whole video. As you see, I just got started going into it. And I decided, I had stopped it here actually about a day ago, and I wanted to go back and just do a quick lesson on um, on this subject because this has been a topic that's been hot as of late. Apostle Tar has been doing videos on it and breaking it down, and pretty much, he said in the video he's been putting off this lesson for a while. I guess he's cool with certain guys that keep the lunar Sabbath or calendar, but it's not about being cool, it's about the truth. And at the end of the day, as Apostle Tar always brings out, which the scriptures all say, that we really at the end of the day can't judge a man in new moons and respective Sabbaths and eating of meats and things of that nature as far as what's lawful. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing now is basically is a shadow of things that are to come. Now, one thing that I'll say, like I said, I didn't watch the whole video. Eventually, Lord's will, I'm gonna go through it because it's almost 2 hours long. Lord's will, I go through it, and watch the video, watch the whole thing, and see what he says, completely until the end. Um, I, I'm not sure, but I believe he keeps the Sabbath from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. As everybody else keeps it that is not keeping the lunar Sabbath. If he's not, he can correct me, and I'll put a comment on the comment board, and let me know when he actually keeps a Sabbath. But I just wanted to do a little lesson on this to basically to defend our position on it, and pretty much bring out the truth about the lunar Sabbath, because one thing you're going to find out is that being in captivity, you're subjected to this man's. When I say this man, I'm talking about Esau, the Edomites, a so-called white man. Their calendar, which we have been subjected under them for more than 2,000 years, and even beyond that, going back into the Greek Empire, which is they're nothing but the same people, Edomites. So pretty much, when you're in captivity, you're pretty much um, subject to the calendars that they set up in order to be able to keep your calendar, even to this day. Now, the first thing that I want to mention before I go into the lesson is that he has here a calendar that he put together. It's just a basic calendar. There's no names for the days of the week, because we didn't have names for the days of the week, which he's correct on. And and he puts the new moon. He said the new moon is separate. The new moon is the beginning of the week. I mean, I'm sorry, the new moon is the beginning of the year, which he's correct on. But he says it's not the beginning of the week, which he's wrong on that. And then he goes on to say that the first day of the week is the second day of the month, you know, which actually he's not correct on that. But like I said, we'll go into it and break it down. But then as you read down, I'm sorry, as you go through the calendar that he put together, he has a couple of transition days here, and these transition days, I'm assuming that that's a 30 and the 31st day of the month, which Esau has in his calendar. And if that's the case, he has no clue or no idea of the makeup or the way the calendar works. Because when you check out the new moon from one new moon to the next new moon is 29.53 days, something along those lines. So about 29 and a half days between each new moon, which pretty much works out to four weeks per month. All right. And me, I want to just go into a quick scripture real quick. Though Cheek went into, I want to go into that. This is the book of Exodus 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy power, Yahweh. And in it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy sons, nor thy daughters, nor thy maidservant, nor thy maids, thy manservants, nor thy maidservants, nor thy cattle, nor the stranger that is within thy gates. So pretty much this sets the tone for the Sabbath, right? 6 days you shall do work, but the seventh shall be a rest unto the Lord, which he's correct on that. But what he doesn't understand, going back here, what he doesn't understand is that you have certain Sabbaths that are kept during the week. And that's why when you read the scriptures, you always have, for the most part, whenever you read about the new moon, you also read about the Sabbaths, which I'm going to give you real quick an example of that. I believe this is the book of Isaiah 66. Just bear with me for 1 second. Isaiah 66 and um, 22. It says, "For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith Yahweh, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, those are your months, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith Yahweh." So pretty much most of the times you read about the new moon, you're going to read about the Sabbath. Why? Because they're all conjointly one with the other. And I don't know if he knows this or not. Like I said, I didn't watch his whole video, so I'm just speculating. I don't know if he knows or not that the new moon is actually a Sabbath. Now let's prove that. But this, I just wanted to go to this scripture to show you that whenever you read about the new moons, most of the times you're going to read about the Sabbath. Why? Because they're joined together one with the other. This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, and verse, I started 4. "Hear this, O ye that swallow up." You know what? Salaki, let me